Hi everybody, you are welcome back to this channel, and if you're a new subscriber, welcome to Back to Bible Ministry. I'm super excited to have you join this beautiful family, and as you already know by the title, I'm here to share with you my educational journey so far before I experienced this great miracle in my life of God changing my grade from a fail to a pass, because there was a time where I failed, but it didn't happen the way it happened recently. It didn't happen like that. I had to wait for a long time. I had to rewrite and retake those papers before I was able to enter the university. But before we even get into that story, I want to quickly share with you um, an amazing thing that is about to happen. We are going to have a meeting relating to this same topic, the God changing my grade from a fail to a pass. I've had a lot of you reaching out to me, and I thought it would be a wonderful idea that we meet, we fast, and we pray and expect God to do a miracle in our lives, especially in the education part of it. So if you have reached out to me, even if you've not, and you have watched this video, and you're expecting that God will do that miracle in your life, I pray that you meet me from the 14th of December to the 16th of December. We are fasting and we are going to pray. So 14th and 15th, you're fasting, you're praying on your own. I am hoping to share some prayer topics and verses with you to pray with on the Wednesday and a Thursday. On Friday we are fasting too, but we are going to meet through either Zoom, Meet, Google Meet, whatever that will be helpful towards us. We are going to use that medium to meet together as a family, and we are going to pray. So it's going to be a wonderful time with God, and we know God is going to do an amazing thing, and there are going to be testimonies upon testimonies, and we are going to also share them to the world, that they may know that even in the education sector, our Jesus is God over it. So thank you so much for joining me, and share with your friends, because it's going to be an amazing time. So let's get straight to what I have for you today. I'm here to share with you another story of my life, of how I once failed, but I had to wait for a long time before I experienced God's miracle. But what is amazing is that during my time of waiting, God did amazing things that I want to share with you today. I had a different idea for a video today, but I kept hearing God asking me to do this exact thing, because maybe He's speaking to someone. Maybe someone might not experience that instant miracle, that wonderful thing that God did for me. Maybe for you, God is asking you to wait, and that He wants to show you something during this period. So I'm going to share my testimony with you, my story with you, to encourage you. So during my senior high school days, my final examination is called WASSCE. I think it's something that all West African countries do, right? I'm from Ghana, by the way. I'm a Ghanaian, and so I write WASSCE, and I failed. When the results for WASSCE came, I failed. I felt like a disappointment to myself, to my family, especially to my parents. And being a firstborn child is a very hard thing to process. So I was really disappointed. But everything turned out for my good. I had to wait. Of course, I had to revise the papers that I failed. So I was almost at home every time I was at home, and during that period I was suffering from a very serious thing. I was struggling a lot with a very serious problem. I don't want to share that with you, because it's basically my book, and I'm really hoping that you will buy that book and you will read it, and you will see how great God is and how He delivered me from that struggle. So I won't get too much on in what I was struggling with, but I was struggling, and I felt like if God allowed me go straight to the university with what I was facing, I don't think I would have been here to share with you the word of God like I am doing today. So I'm grateful for God that I failed, because during my time of waiting and preparing for another examination, God was able to deliver me from that struggle, because He had my full attention. I met Priscilla Shira during that time. I would listen to her messages every day, and God used her and my mom and my father and some other prophets to save me from something that I was struggling with for years. So what God did was to allow the failure to happen so that he can have my full attention and deliver me from that thing before I step into any different world. And one thing that he also did was to open a door for me and for me to meet a destiny helper. So I remember during that times when I failed and I was at home, we went to the prayer camp, and under one of the prayer meetings, prophecy came to me that I'll be writing books and that I will be speaking and writing in different languages. Well, it came to pass. It came to pass during the time when I was waiting. It came during the time where I felt disappointed in myself. That's when it came. So during my preparation towards the other exams, God brought in a destiny helper. He was my parents' friend. He's called Dr. Francis Barr. I'm always going to be grateful to that man. And I know one day if God bless me, I'll come back and bless that man. He was an amazing father to me during that time. So this man heard my story and took me to this teacher that he believed was a good math teacher to help me during that time to test my ability. But God did give me a wonderful man who was a great teacher to help me study for my next examination. God literally laid everything down for this girl. He laid everything down. And so I remember when I was done with my examination, this destiny helper once again came to visit, and he asked me what I am planning to do during this period of waiting. And my mom and I were thinking of me going to do IT, to go and study, computer and all the other things. And I told him, and he was like, well, would you like to study French? During that period, I had forgotten about the prophecy. I didn't know. I didn't really like the idea of French because my teachers in, primary school and senior high school never made French an interesting subject for me. So I was like, nah, no. But my parents seemed interested. And so they encouraged me to do it, to study the French. And then later on, the man said, well, if you are going to do it, then I'm going to take care of all the expenses. So this man literally took care of all the expenses. My parents literally did not pay anything. I came to the capital city of Ghana. I went to Alliance Française, Accra, to study French. And the amazing part is when I went there, not only was I studying French, I met wonderful, amazing, great women and men, rich women and men, people who have succeeded in life. And I remember whenever I come home, I'm so super excited and I'm extremely grateful for the opportunity to be mingling with such great people. When I tell my mom used to say something that I will never forget, and I will always hold on to that word. She tells me that God is telling you who he has made you by your association. This is who God has made you. God has made you a great woman, a great woman for his kingdom. And so whenever I went to school, although I was super excited to learn a new language, and if you want to know, of course, I speak French, but not that good. Je parle français bien. J'espère que, yeah, let's not even go there. But yes, although I was super excited to study French, I was also super excited to, learn a lot from these people who have already succeeded in life. And it was an amazing time. All these things happened when I failed. It got to a time I forgot that I have failed. Oh yes, I forgot about that. And I don't even count that as part of my failures. I actually count it as part of my success, because God turned it around for my good. And at his time, when finally the NOVDEC results came, something that it takes people years to be able to pass. When you fail WASSCE and you're writing NOVDEC, some people, it takes them like even 5 years for them to pass NOVDEC before they can come to the university. It didn't take me years. That one try, when it was time for God to let his glory be known to the world through me, he made that happen. I passed and I got admission to study communications in the school that I wanted to study in. It happened. My desires came to pass at his time. And by then I was prepared. My spiritual level was good. I was fine. I had been saved from something I was struggling with. I had a good grounds in a new language, and I had met and built good connections and good relationships with wonderful people. It was just the right time for me to go. God knew I was not ready to enter the university just that fast. He knew he had to show me new things. He knew he had to show me his will. He knew he had to show me the purpose for which I live. He knew he had to show me all those things before I step into another world, because it also comes with its own challenges. And if you're not prepared, you will not be able to enter there. I don't know who God is speaking to, but maybe for you, you have planned your life. After here, you want to go here, you want to go and do your postgraduate, you want to go and do your master's, you want to go and do here, but God is asking you to wait. He says, wait upon me. And those who wait upon the Lord, they shall renew their strength, and they shall mount up with wings like eagles. When it was time, when I waited and it was time, I mount up with wings like eagles. And I was just ready to enter into that next level of my life. I don't know who God is speaking to. God is asking you to wait, because He's about to birth new things in you. He's about to show you some hidden secrets. He's about to do a new thing in you before he prepares you to that next level. So it doesn't mean He can't do it. He can, but He doesn't want you. It's not His will for you now. When it's time and it's His will, it will happen. So definitely we're going to pray, but for someone, God is asking you that this is your time of waiting. Now when I sit down, I just always thank God for all these testimonies, because it's like He's using these testimonies to bless a lot of life, and I'm so grateful for it. So I don't know who you are, but God is asking you to wait. This is your time of waiting. This is your time of deliverance. This is the time that He's going to put things together and prepare you for the future, so that when you step into it, it will be easy for you. So wait upon Him and keep trusting Him. And at the right time, His glory will shine, and your life will be an example to others, that those who wait upon the Lord, indeed He renews their strength. But for you, that God has decided to do a miracle in your life and in your education, now, here and now, then be expectant for next week. Involve yourself into it. Fast and pray. Even if the daughter has asked you not to fast, if you can't fast, don't let that discourage you. Pray, because God knows your weakness, and God is going to still listen to you, and He's going to still help you. So this is what I have for you today. I was really hoping that this video will not even pass 10 minutes, but it has. I'm sorry, but I hope this word blessed somebody's heart, and I know it's going to encourage someone. But please still be hoping and still be looking forward for the program we have next week. Follow me on my Instagram for all the information that you need. The link will be in the description below, and I know God is going to do a wonderful thing. Thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful day, and remember that Jesus will always love you, and He will never stop loving you. Have a wonderful day.